Welcome back, everybody. Out running some errands this morning and a couple of appointments. It's been a while since I've done a vlog, so we're going to do one of those today. Should be fun. It's been a while. It's been a long year, and it was a crazy summer. And if you're curious just what happened,
what would you say you do here?
So it was busy this year. We spent a lot of time at the track, and we spent even more time at the shop. The company that I do my consulting with, Kohlbachers, is doing fantastic this year. Best year they've ever had. My business personally is doing fantastic. Best year I've ever had. It's been a crazy year. We've done well this year. We've added a lot of stuff to our capabilities. Next year should be even bigger for Blue Paw, so I'm really excited about that. And we got a nice foundation laid. Hopefully we'll come out of the gate swinging for 2022, barring any unforeseen pandemic action that may come about. But honestly, over the last couple of years, with the exception of the big lockdown during 2020, yeah, we've had a great couple of years. So I hope everybody else is doing the same, but let's get into this video and we'll go from there. But I got to get home first, so let's do that. Before we head off on that journey, there's a YouTube channel called Camping with Steve. Guy's fun. He goes out and does all sorts of stealth camping and all sorts of stuff. Well, my vlogs, my wife has nicknamed Driving with Steve. Think about that. Behind me, that's the 2004 ZX6R. That was in the last video I put out, and I kind of feel like I haven't done a very good job of providing updates on that and letting people know where I'm at. So I'm going to introduce that bike a little bit today and let everybody kind of see it, see how we've gotten here, and then talk a little bit about where we're going next. guess I'll tell you a little bit about the bike. When I bought it, I bought the bike for $400. And that was quite a steal. It was a bad time of year for the guy who was selling it. And that was actually a bad time of life for the guy who was selling it. And he needed to get rid of it. So I was in the right place at the right time and bought the bike for $400. It then sat for, I don't know, 2-3 years before I finally got around to doing anything with it. And then I decided to throw it together, and using some parts I had around the shop and a few parts I had to buy, we ended up with a few more bucks in it. I think we're right under $1,000 total for a running and riding 2003 or 2004 ZX6R. I'm not disappointed in that. There is a lot of work that needs to be done on it though. It's, like I said, it needs the entire front end on it. So it needs the air dam, which is about $160. It needs the fairing stay, which is another $110. The headlights I have for it are trashed, but I did hold on to them because there's always parts in there you can use. It needs the front fairing. Got the side fairings for it. I've got an extra rear tail section for it. So there's a lot of extra parts that I do have laying around, but I'm missing some key components. I figure another $600-700 in it. It would be, it'd be back up to par. And then of course the paint job and new seat and all those things. But there's still plenty of work to do on it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad I kept it and didn't end up parting it out, because it's my first 636. I've had 600s, a lot of the 599cc ZX6Rs, but this one being my first 636 was a real treat. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, it needs a few things. It needs a new tailpiece. Either that or I need to fix the existing tailpiece. This is the factory Kawasaki one, and I do have an extra one, but it's an aftermarket one, and I'd rather not use that. It needs a seat, or at least this seat recovered, because the blue tape is a nice touch, I think. Now, over the past year or so, we've done a few things to it. One are the Woodcraft frame sliders. I love these frame sliders. You've heard me talk about them before on the other bike. I absolutely love these things. These are the best on the market, hands down. I'll argue that till I'm blue in the face. Beautiful piece. Obviously, we need some covers from the previous owner's accident damage. We've got a Vortec rear sprocket and front sprocket and new chain, which we added to the bike. Everything's been cleaned up and gone over. And then obviously the piece de resistance is my $16 Amazon headlight. I wanted something to put in place before I went out and spent all the money for the front air dam and the gauge support and all those pieces. I wanted to make sure the bike actually ran fine. That piece right here, this thing right here, 16 bucks, kept me legal all year. Big fan of that. The exhaust on the bike is the factory can that the previous owner cut down. Obviously the little rubber piece is missing on it whenever I bought the bike, and Kawasaki doesn't sell that. So I got creative and came up with a cork gasket, actually wrapped it with some gold tape. It's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but it works. Got me riding it all year, which was nice. New cables, new everything. The other Woodcraft frame slider, love that thing. Obviously it needs painted, but that'll be here probably next year or the following year. But no, so far it's been a fun bike. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. This is a good stopping point for this video. We'll have a lot more on this bike coming up, and well, it's winter time, so we won't get much riding time in it, but we got plenty of work to do. I wanted to say thanks for watching, and we'll have another video out here shortly. Have a great day. See you next time.